Good morning, Bobcats!
I'm Nancie Huang-Ball, your opinion editor.
And I'm Isabella Bernabeo, your entertainment editor for this school year.
Welcome back for the final episode of The Stage for this trimester. As we head into finals week, we have a great piece from reporters Cowart and Devyn Serrano with some tips and tricks to survive finals week.
Let's get into it.
Hey Bobcats! A lot of you haven't taken finals yet, so here are some tips to help you when you take them next week. But why have me tell you when you can hear from some of your favorite teachers?
And in math, you don't study in math by reading your notes. That doesn't help. So in my class, what you'd want to do is redo problems like the ones you missed. So previous study guides from previous tests or quizzes, or examples in the textbook from the notes, and redo those or go into tutoring with those specific questions to get refreshed on what you missed.
Well, obviously they should be staying up all night to cram before the final exam. The best tip that I could give my students is to try to explain the concept to either their younger sibling, an inanimate object like a doll or something like that, to see if they could explain it very simply to them. And if they could do that very well, then I would say they have a strong grasp.
Students should prepare for finals in general by getting a lot of rest and taking care of themselves. And I think taking breaks is something we don't talk about enough. We don't need to be like constantly cramming. Take breaks, make sure you're eating well, drinking lots of water, and of course getting a good night's sleep.
Specifically in my class, students should bribe the teacher with a lot of either coffee or peanut M&Ms. Otherwise, you will not be successful in my final exams.
Don't discredit the importance of breathing techniques to kind of calm yourself down, as well as, once again, those things like sleep, exercise, those things that generally help us regulate our mood and emotions can do wonders.
Studying, be hyper-focused on what you're doing, eliminate all distractions, put the phone away, put the computer away unless you're using it, but have 100% focused work for chunks of time, and that I think is the best way to study for final exam.
Careful about what you're saying to yourself, right? The words that we say to ourselves are very powerful, and so we want to make sure that we're saying only positive or realistic things to ourselves, not putting ourselves down, comparing ourselves to others, because that can really take the wind out of your sails in terms of your motivation and how you feel about yourself going into the exams.
Wow, those are some great reminders to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'll definitely need those.
Next up, we have reporters Austin Ju and Joshua Wilson showcasing some peculiar clubs around campus this year.
What do you mean by peculiar, Isabella?
Well, let's just say we have some tasty clubs coming up.
Here at Sage Creek, many students choose to participate in clubs. However, some of these clubs may be rather unconventional. Clubs such as the Cereal Appreciation Committee and Croissant Club aren't exactly traditional clubs that you would normally find around campus. They have unique visions that draw many Sage Creek students to join their respective clubs.
Eating croissants at lunchtime at Sage Creek High School has just been an ongoing dream of mine since I was a young child, and it's really an honor to be part of this club. Exactly. And take it over from and we want to share that with you guys, so join our club.
The Croissant Club had their first meeting on Friday, October 22nd, and will continue to have their meetings every Friday during lunch in room 1301. Although some clubs might not be too serious, that doesn't mean that serious topics won't be brought up. The president of the Cereal Club, Colin Rajabi, isn't afraid to have heated debates over his beloved Fruit Loops.
In 6th grade, I got into an argument with Wesley Johnson. He goes to Carlsbad High, by the way. And we had an argument for like 20 minutes in 6th grade history with Mr. Lyon at Calavera over Fruit Loops. And he said that Fruit Loops are different flavors. And I said that they all are the same flavor. And I just wanted to find some like-minded people who all appreciate cereal.
The Cereal Appreciation Club was looking forward to their first meeting to take place on November 3rd, but it got delayed and will take place on December 1st.
The club will hope to hold meetings on the first Wednesday of each month.
Because of their distinct nature, clubs such as the Croissant Club have a very unique way of bringing people together.
Our club is there to benefit hungry students. Maybe if you didn't eat breakfast in the morning and you want a croissant at lunch, come to our club. Yeah.
Even though these clubs are different from most, they share the same goal as all.
The driving purpose of our club is kind of just to create a nice social space where anyone can come without knowing anybody, and they can leave with a couple more friends and bond over common interests.
If you are interested in joining either of these clubs, check out the club section on School Alert for more information. This has been Joshua Wilson and Austin Jew reporting for The Sage.
Man, now I'm really hungry.
Me too. Wow, I'm so surprised there are so many food clubs around campus.
Yeah, there's even a taco club.
Switching gears, seniors around campus have been working hard to put on their genius projects.
Here we have Jason Chase featuring 2 senior students in particular.
One thing that sets Sage Creek apart from many other schools is the Genius Project. Seniors work all year to finish the projects while juniors start their projects. Here are a couple examples of 2 amazing seniors and the hard work they've done. First, we have Sham, a student who started his very own nonprofit.
So Tutor Chat is my 501c3 nonprofit online tutoring company where we match high-achieving high school students with students K through 12 for online peer-to-peer tutoring. We train all of our tutors in how to tutor, and then we match them, and we compensate all of our tutors with community service hours for what they do.
Tutor Chat wasn't just created to impact the students being tutored.
So I noticed that during COVID, lots of high schoolers couldn't get community service hours because we were all stuck at home and it was really tough to be able to volunteer, and that's a graduation requirement, and it's something that everyone wants to be able to have to stand out for college apps, so that was a big need. And also, it's really tough for parents to be able to help their kids with schoolwork and homework especially, and during COVID, that was a lot of kids' only options to turn to their parents, and that didn't really work, so I wanted to provide a different solution.
Although young, Tutor Chat has had good success.
We have over 100 full-time matches now. We have lots of amazing tutors. We have students in 4 states. We've got a lot of partnerships with boys and girls clubs across the country where we're offering free tutoring for low-income students. Tutor Chat's a really great opportunity for community service hours, and if you're looking for community service and you think you'd be a good tutor, you can learn more and apply at tutorchat.org.
Now let's pivot to Sarah and her Genius Project.
It's called Paintings for Positivity, and it's kind of a little pun because the whole goal of my project is to bring some joy to people who love their pets and they want paintings of it. I do all the paintings myself. They take anywhere up to 10 hours.
Although it's just a one-person crew, there has still been success.
It's been going really well. I sold my first painting last December.
The impact is much larger than just the people receiving the paintings.
And all the money that I make is for donations, so I set a price, but it's basically up to the person what they want to give me. And I donate the money to a couple different rescues.
Sarah was able to harness one of her skills and create a genius project that can create an impact on local shelters. Sham was able to create a sustainable nonprofit organization after noticing what the world needs. Both of these students truly embody what the Genius Project is all about. This has been Jason Chase for The Sage.
Wow, what a great way to make an impact on the community.
I'm so glad, especially after quarantine, there are so many tutoring opportunities available for students.
And giving back to the community through arts is such a fun approach.
Make sure to keep an eye out for all the new articles being published on the site, thesagenews.com.
We have stories ranging from ongoing Supreme Court cases to more casual topics, such as how the girls' golf season went and fun fall-themed recipes to try out.
And to learn more about how sports went this week, check out our Instagram page at Sage Publication.
That's it for this show, Bobcats. Good luck with finals, and we'll see you next try.
This has been Nancie Huang-Ball
and Isabella Bernabeo, reporting for The Sage.